So there's been a lot of chatter lately about GTA 6 supposedly running at 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I really doubt that's true. We've got to remember what GTA 6 actually is. This isn't just another release, this is Rockstar's next big leap, a game that's already shaping up to redefine what an open world can be. There's a reason both trailers have smashed over 100 million views each. Rockstar is at the very top of the industry for a reason. They don't compromise on their vision. Every single game they put out is designed to squeeze every drop of power from the hardware it's built for. If you're new here, by the way, welcome. I'll be covering more GTA 6 videos leading up to release, as well as looking back at older Rockstar titles to see how we got here. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and stick around.
Stick around.
Now here's the thing with Rockstar. Historically, they've launched every major title at 30 FPS. Why? Well, 30 FPS isn't just a random number, it's the baseline that's considered playable for cinematic, story-driven games, and it also gives them the headroom to absolutely pack their worlds with detail. Their goal has always been to make the console sweat by cramming as much life and systems as they can into the experience. That's the priority here, not frame rate. Think about Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5. Those games at 60 FPS on last-gen hardware would have been completely different. Stripped down, less dense, less ambitious, and Rockstar has never been about less. GTA 6 is going to follow that same philosophy. There's also the business side of it, which Rockstar understands better than anyone. Their games take years to make, so each release has to have longevity. You launch at 30 FPS on current gen, then a year later, you release the PC version with higher settings. Then 2 or 3 years later down the line, when the PS6 and next Xbox roll around, you bring out a definitive edition. Suddenly, GTA 6 has a lifespan of 5, 6, even 10 years, and people are happy to buy it again because it feels new. GTA 5 is the blueprint for this, and here's the kicker. To get people to double or even triple dip, you can't just add a few missions. You have to make it feel transformative, and that's where the big performance jump comes in. Higher frame rates, better draw distance, crisper resolution. It doesn't just make the game prettier, it can completely change how it feels. Go back and look at GTA 5 on PS3, then compare it to the PS5 version. It's night and day. It's the same game at its core, but the experience is completely different. I feel like a lot of the gaming community right now has this expectation that every single game needs to run at 60 FPS, and I get it. Once you've played something smooth at that frame rate, going back to 30 can feel a little sluggish. But here's the thing most people don't realise. A huge chunk of the games we've been playing this generation are basically just glorified PS4 titles. That's why so many players feel like the PS5 era hasn't truly taken off yet. We haven't seen many games that really push the hardware to its limits. And that's exactly why GTA 6 stands out. It doesn't just look better than everything else. It feels like the first game to actually take full advantage of the console. Rockstar aren't leaning on upscaling or cutting corners to hit a frame rate. They're building something from the ground up to be next gen in every sense. And with a game like this, there has to be compromise. You can either sacrifice elements of the world and gameplay to squeeze out a higher frame rate, or you can push the hardware to its absolute breaking point and settle for 30 FPS, with the potential to improve performance later when the tech catches up. I think we all know here which path Rockstar will choose. Now a lot of people are putting their hopes on the PS5 Pro, thinking that's the key to 60 FPS. But here's the reality, the PS5 Pro is not some massive leap over the regular PS5. Yeah, the GPU is beefier, but the CPU, which handles things like AI, physics, and NPC behaviour, is almost identical. And this is where the problem lies. Rockstar games are famous for their living, breathing worlds, NPCs going about their day, complex physics systems, dynamic AI. All of that is CPU driven. You can't just crank up the graphics or drop the resolution to magically hit 60 FPS, because the bottleneck isn't on the GPU side. What you will get on the PS5 Pro though, is a bump in resolution and a rock solid 30 FPS lock with better frame times, which is still a step up from the base PS5. Think back to GTA 5 launching on PS4 and then getting enhanced for the PS4 Pro. It's basically the same situation here. So yeah, I understand why people want GTA 6 to launch at 60 FPS. We've been spoiled by high frame rates on other titles, but based on Rockstar's track record and the way they build their games, I wouldn't hold my breath. And also, 30 FPS at launch isn't a downgrade. Yeah, it's disappointing, I get that. We've been spoiled by high frame rates on other games, so it's natural to hope for more. But this is a deliberate design choice. Rockstar have always prioritised creating worlds that are so dense, detailed and immersive, they end up redefining what a console generation can actually do. So I know this probably isn't the news a lot of you were hoping for, but it's better to keep your feet on the ground instead of getting carried away with rumours. What we are going to get is an experience that people will be talking about for years. And honestly, within 10 minutes of playing, you're not going to be thinking about frame rate anymore. You'll be too busy being immersed into the world, having fun, and realising just how much they've packed into it. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I'll be covering more GTA 6 content leading up to launch and diving back into some older Rockstar titles along the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.